witch Ciri had quarreled with, Geralt ran into an old friend, Kira Metz. The sorceress told the Witcher about a masked mage. Ciri had seemed to taken shelter in his hideout. The Witcher set off to find it, with Kira in tow. Ciri had never reached the elven mage, yet the wild hunt had. The ghostly retinue was one step ahead of Geralt, or so it seemed. The Witcher felt it always lost, until Kira gave him a new lead. The Crones of Crookback Bog.
Okay, so it's been a month since I played last time, but whatever, you don't, for you it's not a month, so whatever. In the previous part the game crashed, so I'm continuing from this part with the contract Jane of the Woods, and as you can see I'm testing different things. I kind of changed I removed my background. I was sitting doing nothing and thinking about the purpose of my life. And then I realized that, man, I got a Nvidia broadcast. I'm a proud owner of a Nvidia RTX graphics card. Why not use it? And here I am. There's no background. It should be a little bit better, even though you still see me, kind of, in a weird way. But I guess it's better than seeing my white walls. Whatever. So that's it. So this is part number, I don't know what. I'll just probably, you'll see it in the name of the video. And yeah.
Greetings.
What do ye want?
I'll just skip this one.
I found
because I did it in the last part, but the game crashed for some reason.
I can hope to lift this curse. Gotta drive the wraith away. Stand a chance if I can bind it to one spot for a while.
Now I'll just continue. I think I was struggling to fight the Noon Wraith, or whatever the monster it is. It's a wraith, but what specific type of wraith? I'm not entirely sure. So that's it.
The night wraith won't appear in daylight.
Noon Wraith. Okay. No. No damage. Nice. What can I say? It's complicated. No matter what you see, no matter what you do, I don't want to do bad things to you. One hit and I'm dead. Please, please, don't die. Nice. Wow. Wait, what? No, no, no. Oh. I'd give you a reference from Dota 2 universe, but I'm not entirely sure that you play Dota 2, so. But, I feel like 23 Savage right now. Okay. What can I drop? Tail. Why do you have? Oh, silver sword. It's still sword. Okay. I'd like to sell this one, but I need to drop something. What a mess! With this backpack thing.
You're dead! Fight in your guts, Eddie!
I press block. Man, I press block. What is wrong with you? Isn't he supposed to deflect it, or what is the correct word for this situation? Parry? Or block? There is a counter attack when you kind of block the attack. At least that's how it's supposed to be. But it seems like it's not the case. This situation. Uh, so I was watching I'm still watching the TI 12, the International 2023, and the main theme, the main music theme for this event, it it's really got some heavy vibes of some kind of an open world RPG
So
and
you're
something.
that white one.
Greetings.
What do ye want?
Jenny of the Woods is gone. Got rid of her.
She'll not be back.
No. I know how to dispatch night wraiths for good.
Aye, of course. Your reward, as agreed. Many thanks to ye, Master Witcher.
Farewell.
Their elders rode in the wilds. We'd have starved long past.
Okay. And so TI 12 got a very the music from TI 12 got a very heavy kind of an open world RPG vibes. If you haven't heard it, go check it. Just type TI 12 soundtrack or main theme music or whatever, and you'll find it. There's only one video. Valve still hasn't officially published the soundtrack. They never do actually, so probably the word still is not correct because they never do that. So it's people who are actually extracting music from the official broadcast, which is kind of ridiculous if you think about it. But that's it. So you don't really have a choice. So yep, that's it. Level 10. And I really like the main theme. I think it's pretty amazing, not gonna lie. And I thought about The Witcher. I was like, man, I was playing The Witcher. I probably need to continue because while it's great that I'm doing my web development projects and looking for an apprenticeship contract, I still would like to.
You got a friend in me, always.
Let's see, okay. I still can play from times to times, and
nearabouts mid-cops, and a heap of monsters roaming about it.
And you know, make quests. I need to teleport somewhere to repair my stuff. But I'm not sure that there's a blacksmith over here. And that's a problem. Lurch. I probably need to meditate because it's nighttime. Even if I teleport, I'm not entirely sure it will change much. I wonder how much time does it... Oh, okay. I want to say... Okay, so this is the village where...
You're thicker than a troll. Why'd you go and poison Rowdy?
Quiet, damn wench. Stuff them with nightshade and wolfsbane. Dragon will fly in, swallow him, and pop its clogs.
Fool! You were a dog, not a sheep. Dragons don't eat dogs.
This is where that guy was expelled from, right? Who transformed all villagers into pigs. Or no?
Neither do
Not for
you.
the Witcher.
I'm not entirely sure. All villages look similar. This is confusing.
Where'd we
It's
be?
always been. You'd still
It looks very similar, especially the mill, but I don't see a blacksmith here.
You hear? They found Margaret in the woods. Bloody something awful. Torn to shreds. Some beast must have nabbed her.
I heard folk talking. She must have happened on wolves. But Neelan, that's who I feel for. Horrors of some sort took his wife, now her sister. Got none left to him in this world.
True. No wonder the lad up and left. Might find solace elsewhere.
First the armies passed, then the pox, now the hunger. Grim Reaper must be after
Hablar. Por favor. Quiero hablar.
Mum said if I'm good, she'll send me on the trail of treats.
Well.
Like crickets. It's you.
No, no.
What's one on home?
Yeah?
This prices are... They're showing me $3.97. But when you realistically want to sell it, realistically speaking, it costs $1.67. Why? Why, man? That's weird. Level 11.
So long.
Just like 7 or...
Somebody Scrams, give us a tail.
Which one? About the fair?
What are ye looking at? Stop bothering us poor folk.
The Witcher is actually one of those games where you really understand let me formulate this idea more clearly. The Witcher is actually one of those games that makes you really appreciate the music, this background music when you're, just roaming the world or fighting some creatures. It's
Looks like rain.
probably the same thing for Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know all games. They haven't played all games, so I can't really speak about all games, but I can definitely say something about these two games. And while you kind of, I don't want to say fall in love, but you kind of start to appreciate more this kind of music, the background music, the soundtrack and stuff. You start to, I don't want to say I became obsessed with it, but I really started appreciating the pure soundtrack instead of kind of songs or something like that. Even though there are definitely songs in songs, more or less. Of course, it's not pop songs like in the real life music, but simply the soundtrack is amazing. For example, the Fields of Arskalik. It's very good music, and as I said, I started to appreciate even more. And I think over the time, I switched from kind of listening to popular music to listening more to kind of epic music. But music in this context, it's more of a real music as of music, and not music as of songs. So I'm listening way more like epic music on YouTube or something like that, or even, as I said, soundtracks from Dota. Right now from the International, the main theme of the International 2023, and I really like it. All this kind of epic music and music that makes you kind of fall in.
Be gone. Come no closer. I know whence you come.
So all this music from different games and
the powers that protect me, they sense whence you come.
Especially that quite often in the music people do not say anything bad. It's certain things are left to your imagination, and so different people might interpret the same soundtrack in a different manner. It will create different kind of images, pictures in their heads. While if you take the popular music, quite often they're singing about, dirty things, I don't know. Or
a voice from within the tree.
Some kind of a relationship that they had for the 50th time, or the fact that they had sex with someone, or the fact that they were on some party drinking or something like that. It's always the same thing. It kind of becomes annoying listening to all these cringy things. So when there are no lyrics, there are no problems. Why are you leading me?
Be gone! Be gone! Be gone!
You be gone.
The powers will not relent.
Who are you?
It kind of sounds creepy, not gonna lie. Especially with the headphones. And we have a dilemma here. I really like the even though I usually tend to choose the save Anna solution, but I think one time I've tried to save the kids, and I think it's one of the best dialogues, the best. It's not a dialogue; it's a cutscene or something, or cinematic or whatever. In the Witcher game, in the Witcher 3, it's when basically Geralt says that I didn't know that by saving orphans, I'll the spirit would kill Anna or something like that, and that Baron would hang himself. Yeah, something like that. And then he's, or it starts maybe with, if I'm to choose between the greater and the lesser evil, I'd rather not choose at all. And I really like this kind of a philosophy. And then he starts to explain why all of that happened. And then he says, quite often, you need to choose, never look back, or you need to make a choice and never look back. It's kind of interesting. And it's better in my opinion in terms of philosophical value. How can I call it? Saving Anna is cool, but learning something from a video game is cool as well. So in any case, Anna is incurable, and Baron just, you gave him some kind of false hopes. He says that I'll try to save her and stop her. Well, better.
Why have you come? Why spill this blood? Are you here to grant me death? Or is my freedom your wish?
I was attacked.
This is my prison. A fortress besieged. Murderers I await, and my forest protects me.
Murderers?
Murderous sisters killed my body. Now my soul they hunt, for I defy them.
Who are you?
I abandoned my circle, where I'd kept the balance. The crones killed me and cursed my ghost.
Never heard of a druid circling Velen.
I wander eternally through a maze of vows, helplessly sliding o'er us.
Must know the crones pretty well.
They are Velen's curse. They hear all through severed ears. They weave hair and twist lives. They take their strength from the broth of human flesh.
Why did they kill you?
The crones want this land. They'd rule the wood alone. I stood in their way. I had to die.
You claim to be imprisoned. How so?
I am bound here, in fetters of magic. I wander endlessly, a labyrinth of leaves. The children, I know all. I know what awaits them. Free me, please. I must help.
If something threatens the orphans, I'll help them myself.
The children have been taken. Free me, please. I can be a gale, a gallop unchained. I shall save them. Only I can.
Why do you think the kids from the meadow are in danger?
The sisters took them. They shall not return.
Where'd they take them? I can help.
It is done already. It cannot be undone. There are no rules to our ceremony. They shall all die. Let them be saved.
The crones. What do you know about them?
The sisters are older than the oldest trees. Velen is their realm. All life here serves them. The sisters live concealed. You will not find them. They hear all. You cannot hide.
I can't decide just yet.
You must come back. Free me. I beg you. Beware my sentries. They stand guard still.
There's a book. There's a book that I probably don't have, but there's a book. The book is called... I've read all my books. That is very bad. I don't have the book, which explains what is this creature, but I don't have it, and I don't know where to find it. It doesn't give you any other options. It just explains you what is the spirit, who is she or it or whatever, and what to do with the it, she or he or whatever this creature is. I mean, what to do. Not what to do, but where did it start? All the story with the crook back, which is I'm thinking. It's always a philosophical dilemma what to do. Should you save the kids or save Anna? I don't know what I want. That's the problem. I think I'll choose the saving kids, helping the spirit. Because why not? Kind of a weird explanation and justification. I don't like it. You can save Baron, because if you help the spirit, she's gonna save kids. But Crookback witches will be mad at Anna and they will kill her. She will die. And Baron, by seeing this, will get mad and hang himself. While if you choose to do something else, to not help kids, Baron is not gonna help himself. But he will be living in a delusion of, well, you know, I'm gonna help my wife. I'm gonna find some healer, and he's gonna help her. You know what? Whatever. Let's
I'm back.
help
I've been waiting.
it.
You've returned. Your decision. I long to be free once more.
Whatever.
If you can save the orphans from the meadow, I'll help you.
I will find them. Free them. Open the door of my cage. Blood is my escape. A rite you must perform. With the black of raven feathers, the white of my bones, and a swift steed. depths of night. Such a beast, no other. Gather these and bring them here.
Got some raven feathers.
Find my remains and bring me a mount.
A wind-born steed, a black squall turned horse.
Why do we need a black horse?
The beast and I shall be as one. As when I lived, we shall be a gale. Nothing to stop us. A wild steed from meadows moist.
Where'll I find your remains?
My bones, they lie in a solitary mound nearby, due west.
I'll gather what I need to free you, then return.
Gather and return to the hillock's depths, to the tree's rotten heart. Pierce my heart, let blood flow to be born again. I must first be consumed.
Go now and return through the passage I have opened.
I mean, it's kinda sad that Baron dies, but man, what can I say? You can save everyone. No avoiding attacks, full deserve. I didn't like it. Well, it'd be worse. Oh wait, no, it couldn't. Man, you see my micro? Why do you see my micro?
What now, you piece of filth?
Strange bones. Don't seem human.
Come on.
Come on, Roach. Not below my horse's Roach. I don't remember when Geralt said that, but it was such a meme. I memed so much. I call all my horses Roach. Man, this guy is a living meme. The meme incarnate.
Go, go.
Ready. We can start.
Let me fly, raven wings. Lay things amidst the feathers. Place all beneath my heart. My heart you must pierce, and bring the steed.
Maybe I should tweak it. I actually want to choose to start the ritual purely because of the cinematic. One girl says, "Time to choose between the greater and lesser evil, I'd rather not choose at all." Sometimes the stakes are too damn high. Most times, you make a choice and never look back.
I offer raven feathers.
Once I was free, I shall be free once more.
I offer your remains.
Once I was flesh, I shall be flesh once more.
Apocalypse. Red eyes.
Free the children.
I shall. A word once given must be honored.
Like beauty, more like a black nightmare. Wow, I won't be able to chase it, it's too fast. Whatever. Let's save, just in case.
What's on your mind?
Solved your problem. Just in case, though, avoid the Whispering Hillock for a while.
Cannot be. Where's something lurking there?
Believe me, you don't want to know.
What have you done?
Went up the hill, took care of the problem. The details are my concern.
Aye, truly said. I knows naught of such things anyway.
The crones, or the ladies of the wood as you call them, said to remind you about payment. Take it you know what they want?
Aye, I do. Give me the dagger. Be back soon.
It kinda looks awful, I'm not gonna lie. Amen. It's only... I wanted to see your body part, but it's not your body part, it's actually one of the ear.
There's payment. Take it to the ladies, will you?
What the hell was that?
'Tis our pact. You're a stranger, you don't know life here. It's honest pay for their protection.
So, all those ears in the woods.
Put it out your mind, master. You soon be leaving, and we must tarry on, our young'uns and their young'uns after 'em. No gods nor masters watch over Velen. The land is no man's. He who wants to survive must seek his own protectors.
Sheathe your weapon, young man. He's even lovelier in real life.
In real life, you're different than you were in the tapestry.
Well, bring it here. You can bring it, not only. You disobeyed us once more.
We are forgiving creatures, but you allowed the children to escape.
They never wanted to flee. They liked it here. They played.
Your punishment must be harsh. Now silence! We must speak to the white-haired one.
I know that mark. This is Anna, the wife of the Baron of Crow's Perch.
She belongs to no man.
A fruit ripened in her womb. A fruit sprouted from seeds sown by a man she detested.
We helped her. She agreed to serve. She bears the mark. She is ours. Come. It is another woman who interests you. Speak, white-haired one.
Our deal. I did my part, now you do yours.
A word once given, we never break. The girl. Mousy blonde. That's what they call it.
Thin as a rail, terrified, exhausted. She could barely stand, the poor thing.
We cared for her as best we could. Like she was our own daughter. Wasted affection. She proved a very naughty girl.
Very funny joke.
Mischievous, stubborn, and selfish.
Don't believe you. They say you always keep your word, so tell me everything, exactly as it happened.
We shall tell you, brave boy. We knew someone special was alive. We read beast entrails, saw the omens.
We would glimpse her likeness, a mirage in a puddle. She came from the lower swarm. We knew not at first it was her the omens had spoken of.
A child of the elder blood. The soul seed that would burst into flame.
Oh, gross, man.
She fell into our hands. Elder blood.
The blood of the traitress. Does she sleep?
Like a lamb.
Come, sisters, no point in dawdling. The table's set, the cauldron bubbles.
We cannot! You know she is meant for him!
Imlerith will get her. He will, but not whole.
Well said. We'll just have a sample.
I'll take her feet. Lovely. Plump. Perfect for a broth.
Oh, I can taste it already. Very well. Get on with it! Oh, you'll regret that, girl. Regret it dearly.
You even need to fight when you can just run away. Right? Right. These jumps are just too unbalanced.
Tried to kill her. Tried to butcher her like an animal and eat her.
Her blood. The taste brought back memories of our youth.
Elder blood. Extraordinary girl. But you know that. Such a shame she fled.
You tried to kill her. Can't forgive you for that.
Waste of words. Our fates are bound true. But now is not the time for that to bear fruit.
Now you shall chase shadows and wander midst fog.
Each time you see her, she will be a mirage. And if you find her, the girl will die. Seeing you, handsome knight.
The pronunciation of the word mirage is always weird because some say mirage and some say mirage. Like now, they're releasing Assassin's Creed. What, Mirage or Mirage? I've heard both versions. It's funny and weird.
heart my man's
One of
got
the
home.
Baron's men,
Not
are you?
bad. Brought home a bucket of peelings yesterday.
You're lifeless. Move it.
I can't seem to catch my breath. I think a smudge.
Filling your coin purse village by village, eh?
You white one.
Ah.
Oops. Too much shit. Well, I guess we gotta say adios to Baron. GG.
I'm listening. What do you come to me with?
Got news of your wife.
Plowing hell, why'd you not say so forthwith? Where is she? Why have you not returned with her?
She's in Crookback Bog. Got food, a place to live, and keeps herself busy. Didn't look like she had the slightest desire to leave.
You were to bring her back, not report on the conditions she lives under.
I was supposed to find her, and I did. That was our deal, nothing more.
You still think me rotten to the core. A base bastard, don't you? You believe I alone am at fault for what happened here.
The more you start to discover the story, the more you start to kind of and it's kind of funny because it's like a one big reference to the Bible. In the Bible there is a story or something like that. I don't quite remember, but I think it's in the New Testament, and it basically says that, or maybe in the old one, I don't remember, man. There's just too much things in the Bible, you can remember them all. Basically, the moral of the story is that you trust one person while you listen it until you listen the second person, the opponent of that person, and you kind of understand that actually the picture is way bigger than it really is. So it's always important to listen two sides of the story to actually understand what is the real, what is happening in reality, because one opinion might be subjective. With two opinions, you have more chances to actually understand what is going on.
Doesn't matter what I believe.
Yet, looking at you, I see contempt. Can't speak for the world you witches inhabit, but in ours, nothing is ever black and white.
Probably gonna say you're not the only one to blame. All right then, I'm willing to hear your side of the story.
With Annie, it was love at first sight. A spear tore through my shoulder at the Battle of Anchor. She tended to my wound. Once I'd recovered, I asked her to marry me. She wept with joy. Soon after, Tamara was born. And after that, they sent me to Sidaris. A warlord had risen against King Ethan, and Foltest sent help. It was one battle to the next, one conflict after another. It was a life of war. I was seldom home, and I found comfort in drink. Grew so fond of hooch, I couldn't part with it when I did get home.
What we can conclude from this: war traumatizes people. You can't possibly and foolishly believe that I'm gonna go, even if you're gonna defend your country, that you're gonna be back in your normal state. The vast majority of people, based on what I've heard, and based on what I've seen, based on what I've read, are coming back with PTSD, right? Post-traumatic syndrome or something? Whatever it is. It's a psychological problem. A big problem. Because not only you need to take someone else's life, even if you don't see it. You can maybe, I don't know, launching rockets with RPGs and killing tanks. But in those tanks there are real people. So not only you're taking someone else's life, but also you're living in a constant kind of a fear. Or maybe it's not a fear. Maybe some people don't see it as a fear. But you are living in a state of a constant alert that someone might attack you. There might be bombs flying near you, or planes, or explosions, or someone might attack you in the night when you're sleeping. Or seeing your mates dying right near you. Even, of course, if we're not taking the Witcher world into consideration, but it's the same thing even if we take it into consideration, you see? It's 2020 or it's some 300 something, 55, you're still killing people, and someone still kills your mates, even if it's archers shooting arrows or whatever, you see? Or some modern weapons like RPGs or whatever. You're still killing people, and you see your mates dying. It really traumatizes you. This is why a lot of people who are very politically kind of engaged, they are really digging their own grave. Like right now, there are a lot of people. I mean, I don't know what is the correct solution. I don't have the answer. I mean, I have the answer. We should stop killing each other. I think that European Union, even despite the fact that European Union is far from being a perfect union. Don't get me wrong, European Union is not perfect. But European Union is a kind of a sneak peek to the situation where people living in a normal world, the normal world where people actually understand that you don't need to fight with anyone. Living, collaborating with other people, exporting, importing things, trading goods, traveling free, without visas, without documents. It's really amazing. And so European Union is probably the only, or okay, I don't know everything, so maybe not the only, but from a perspective of a big thing, from a big perspective, European Union is the only big thing that actually has all these benefits. There might be some like local unions somewhere in Asia or in Latin America for this or that, but European Union, it's like a vast majority of Europe. It's not perfect, obviously. There are different countries, different weird leaders, like in Hungary or something. But just so you understand that we as humans, we profit more from the time of peace, where we can just trade and develop things, where there can be, I don't know, startups that create new technologies or new things or something else, where there are writers and a bunch of other things, painters, any kind of creators. So the time of peace, where we can actually, even though it's true that the vast majority of technologies they develop during the time of war, like, I don't know, the communications, and other things like internet, if I remember correctly, was in the beginning it was developed for purely military purposes, to I don't know, transmit some information, transfer some information or something, and transmit the signals. It's true, but we're still, as human beings, we're more profitable. It's more profitable for us when we're collaborating with other people. And I think, as I said, European Union is the good example of it. It's not perfect, but it's a very good example. You can go from Spain to Romania and without any documents, and that's amazing. That's really amazing. And that's what people don't understand. The only solution for us is to collaborate and live like we're all human beings, respect each other. But that's impossible, you see? And so right now there is a war in Ukraine, but going and defending your country, that's great. You will defend your country. But you're not gonna be there to after the war. Simply because you will have some kind of psychological problem, or you might even die there. So you won't witness your country. And realistically speaking, we have only one life. Am I living my life to so future generations can benefit from it? Maybe in some way, if you create some, I don't know, if you create a good bakery and people can buy you bread for 500 years in a row. But realistically speaking, fighting and dying, having psychological problems and having all these problems just to defend a piece of territory, it ain't worth it. In my opinion, me personally, I'd rather flee. I don't think that fighting for a piece of territory is a good idea. Having all these problems just because you witnessed all that mass, it ain't worth it. And unfortunately, people do not understand that. People would rather die and for their country or something like that, rather than go to another country and just learn a new language. What's the problem? Learn a new language, adapt yourself to a new culture, and that's it. And that's kind of sad. That's really sad. And a lot of men, they're coming back from wars, and then they're beating. I mean, I don't want to say beat to a pulp, but they're beating their wives, or they're being aggressive, and then their wives are separating from them. They're divorcing because what's the solution? Do you want to have an abusive husband? Of course not. And all of that because that's not the only reason, but I'm speaking purely about the war or something like that. Is because husbands, they are getting all these psychological problems while they're killing other people or almost getting killed every single day.
All right. What then?
I went from front to front, battle to battle, collecting soldiers' coin, while Anna sat alone with the babe for months. Later, I learned she'd not been so alone after all. For nearly 3 years, she'd found comfort in the arms of one Evan, a childhood friend. A dog's bunghole. Understand, damn it? One tussle in the hay I'd have waved aside, put it out of my mind. But the woman cuckolded me for years, without a whisker of concern for me, for my love.
How'd you find out?
Came home one day and Anna was gone. Her things too. Found a letter. She wrote that she didn't love me. That she'd left me for that knob licker and taken Tamara with her. Felt like I'd been rammed in the arse by a horse. I went to find the bugger, to get the girls back, bring them home. Yet soon as I saw him, something turned inside me, something dark. I slaughtered the shit-eating twat and fed his carcass to the dogs.
It's just here's another problem. It's a problem with the with Anna and their relationship. It's not Baron's fault that Anna cheated on him. I mean, a little bit. As I always say, we're not responsible for our partners cheating on us, but we are responsible, first of all, for choosing this partner. So even though you're not responsible about this particular action of cheating, you are responsible for making a bad choice of the person, because there are always red flags. People just tend to ignore them for some reason. We as humans will always want to believe that I will change her or I will change him. There is a saying in English: you can turn a prostitute into a housewife. It doesn't come from nowhere. There's a reason for that. But at the same time, even though Baron is not responsible for Anna cheating on him, he is responsible for all the situation, at least partially. What do I mean? By that I mean that he was thinking about the war. He was thinking about all those things instead of thinking about his wife. And there are a lot of men who are being delusional. They think that the goal is the most important thing, and their relationship is kinda, I can put it on pause. You cannot put on pause a relationship. If you are taking the responsibility of getting into a relationship and taking care of someone, you need to do that all the time. You can't go to a war, or simply you can't go to some work and work in another country just because you're making more money and expect your partner to wait for you for years. The point of a relationship is to be together, is to be with someone. So you either find a solution and you do it together, or you don't find any solution and you keep doing things the way they are right now. This is what a lot of actually parents, generally speaking, are being delusional about. They think that I can leave my kids, I will work my ass off, I will make some money, and like that we will have a guarantee that our kids have a good life. But no amount of money can replace the education that you need to give to your children. Same goes for your partner. No amount of money can replace the fact that your partner is alone all the time. Especially that women see things differently. For men, it might be justifiable. Yes, I have a greater goal. It's for the greater good. I will go and work somewhere and make some money. And you sit here and wait for me whole day alone. But realistically speaking, that's not how things work. So you can't just go to a war or something like that for 1, 2, 3 years, 6 months, doesn't matter. But probably it was for years, it was not 6 months. And then pretend like everything is fine. No. If you're getting into a relationship, you should go everywhere with your partner. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you got the point. You can't leave your partner, go to war, do I don't know what, and then expect her to be like, oh yes, thank you, my loving husband, I was waiting for you for 5 years until you finish killing other people. That's not how it works. You can't put your relationship on pause. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. You should always find a solution together. You should always think about your partner. Your partner should be your top priority. It doesn't mean that it works only for girls. It works for boys as well. So it works for two sides. It's not only about girls, because girls, they are not plants. If your girl is a plant, you should abandon her. If the only thing that she needs is the care and help and all those things, clearly it's a plant. You don't need a plant in a relationship. Because if you want to take care of something, you can take care of a plant, or you can take care of a cat or a dog or something like that. It's not the point of a relationship. The point of a relationship is to be in a relationship with someone, with a human being who is intelligent and who can do things, and who can take care of you as well. So it's a mutual thing. And this is what Baron didn't understand. He went to a war without thinking about what was his wife thinking about all this adventure. This is why he ended up in such a situation. It's very important to spend time together. But when you're at war and she's waiting for you at home, she doesn't have anything to do. You're not spending time together. You're doing your thing. You're thinking only about your personal feelings and about your goal. Well, we need to defend our territory, our country, our tribe, or whatever. And women can stay at home. No, that's not how it works. And clearly, the vast majority of examples show that. And this is what I like about our world right now. It's the freedom of information. You don't have to be in a toxic relationship to understand that when your partner is beating you, treating you badly, and insulting you, that it's a toxic relationship. You can study that and look at examples of other people. And that's very important. So in this case, you don't have to be in a situation where you're going to a war to actually understand that abandoning your partner for years and expecting her to be loyal or something like that is bad. It's not simply about loyalty. There are partners who stay and wait for you and they're being loyal. The problem is that it still ruins the relationship. Doesn't matter whether the person is cheating or not. You are still ruining your relationship. So this idea of, man, I need to defend my country or something like that. No. Or I need to make money so we can have a good life. No. Trust me. No amount of money or no amount of efforts that you're putting into something will be enough to justify your absence from the life of your partner. And I can guarantee you that the vast majority of women would rather prefer you to stay at home and have less money or something like that, rather than be absent all the time and not defend your country. They would rather flee to another country with you. But you will be together. That's the point. That's what a lot of men do not understand, and it's kind of sad.
Imagine Anna wasn't exactly pleased.
Ha! Bloody understatement if I've ever heard one. She flew into a fit, hysteria, threw herself at me, kicking and clawing. Finally grabbed a knife. It would have been the end of me if I'd not leapt aside. It was the first time I hit her. I had to calm her. Felt I had no other means. Things changed. They would never be the same. Anna tried to take her own life, and mine, several times. She would prod me, goad me, taunt me, in the hope I would hit her again, perhaps. She'd scream that I'd robbed her a life of love, that I'd destroyed the idea for her, and so might as well kill her. How many times I apologized. How many armfuls of blooms and gifts I brought. She cared not a bit. 2 years of her anger had turned to indifference, broken at times by her bouts of hysteria and my bouts of drunkenness. Cannot fathom how we survived those years, but we did. Though as you know now, not everything was as it might have seemed.
See, and here's another problem. Is the fact that even though we kind of say that men are usually have more courage than women, realistically speaking, Baron in this situation, he couldn't find the courage in himself and to admit that he screwed up, he made a mistake, and it costed him his wife, his relationship, and he needs to let her go. You can't force someone to love you. If she wants to leave, she should be able to leave. You should not let her stay by force. And that's what a lot of men do. They think that, no, you belong to me, you're mine. But another person is not a pen. You cannot buy it and it will be with you for all your life. It's not how it works. Humans are a little bit more complicated than pens or cars or whatever. You can't forcibly make someone stay. And it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad.
You're right. Faults on both sides, yours and hers.
I'm content that you finally see that. Very well then. If you won't bring Anna home, you might at least tell me how she landed in that blasted swamp.
She made a pact with the crones and, well, I think she might have lost her mind.
A pact? What the bloody hell?
She was with child, a child she didn't want to bear. Went to the crones for help. They promised to rid her of the problem in exchange for a year of her service. And they kept their word, in their own twisted way.
What do you mean?
Anna must have thought the child inside her would somehow disappear. Instead, the crones sapped her of strength, and ultimately forced her body to miscarry. I think that's when she started to lose her mind. Then they placed magic tethers on her, tethers that cause great pain when tested. A guarantee she'll pay off her debt.
A pact with witches? Bloody nightmare, sounds like some jest. We must get her out. We can't leave her there.
Venturing into the swamp, even with armed men, is just a bad idea. It's a dangerous place inherently, and I think those crones are a greater threat than anyone realizes.
I'll not sit on my arse waiting for them to return her. Would you wait? Count on their mercy if they had your daughter?
Probably not, but I'm a witcher.
And I'm a husband and a father who's fucked up his life and the lives of his loved ones. I'll gather my men, go there and retrieve Anna.
We had a deal. I've done my part. Your turn to do yours.
A word once given. Now, what did I last...
Basilisk. It had just attacked you.
Ah, right. Gargantuan. One solid brute. It landed right in front of us. I thought we'd breathed our last.
Watch out!
If I don't survive this, you're to take whatever you want from the fortress.
You'll survive!
Let's show this bastard what we're worth. Very pretty car.
The tree!
I'm still not able to use my Q. Q the big on the keyboard, just in case I'm playing on my PC. It's the special ability when she's kind of teleporting behind the enemy. Okay.
Damn it! I can't leave him like that.
Yeah, right.
You have everything?
Yes, thank you.
What you did for me, I shall never forget it.
You helped me as well. When your man brought me here. You fed me, cared for me, had my wounds looked after. We're even now.
You needn't leave. You're in good company here. We'll always have a warm corner for you.
I must leave. Wraiths pursue me. The Wild Hunt. I was foolish to use the power. They're sure to have caught my scent.
The Wild Hunt? Pursuing you?
I'll endanger all of you by remaining here. You must tell the people to bar their doors and windows. And no one is to wander the night.
And you? Where do you think you're going?
Now, I ride for Novigrad. And then, who knows where.
She mounted and rode off. It grew awfully empty without her.
So there's a chance Ciri's still in Novigrad. Thanks for helping her.
It's nothing. Now you've learned what you wanted to know, you must be in a hurry. But, if you could...
Spit it out.
I want to go get Anna. Free her, bring her back. I don't believe she's there willingly.
Must have not heard me. Any journey into the swamp is suicide.
I heard you, which is why I could use your aid. I've no more tales of Ciri to offer you, but go with me and I'll be generous with what I do have. Very generous.
Extra coin never hurt.
Ha! True indeed. I'll round up my men and ride to Downwarren. You can join us there.
Fine. Sounds good.
There you are. Escaped again. Sorry, we was never here.
What was that?
You tell me. Man or monster? My men call him Uma and say he's a beast. But he seems a man to me. Just hideous as Ardle's shit.
Doesn't look like a monster, but my medallion's trembling. Strange. Where'd you find him?
Funny story, actually. I won him in a game of cards.
Funny story? How so?
I went to Novigrad once to rest, indulge in the city's pleasures. Stayed at a tavern and some folk there were playing, so I joined in. Cards were kind that day. Had one devilish hand after another. Robbed the whoresons blind. One fellow, a merchant, took it especially hard. He'd gambled away everything he'd brought from Skellige. Wanted terribly to play another hand, so I agreed. Asked him what he had to wager, and he showed me that sideshow. Not much in it for me, but fuck it, I thought. I'll give the man a chance to win something back. Luck was not with him, and Uma wound up here at Crow's Perch. End of story.
Proper baron now. Even got a jester.
Aye, though I feel something's not right with him.
How so?
Well, he seems more beast than man, but there's wisdom, cunning in the bastard's eyes. Or maybe I'm imagining it. Ever run into anything like him?
No, but he doesn't look dangerous.
I guess that's that. Doesn't eat much, so as long as he's no trouble, the boys might as well have some diversion.
Time I was on my way. So long.
Farewell. I hope you find your daughter. And prove a good father to her.
I think I'll stop here. Show my class.
Could use some hair of
what
the
I need.
hound.
Okay. I need. Why they didn't show the new Baron's quest? Okay. That's what I'll do in the next part. And I'll end up here. Right now. End up here. I'll end here. And I'll learn new spells, new skills in the next part. That's it for now. Adios.